Rishi Sunak just gave a press conference at the CBI, so the Confederation of British Industry, basically the heads of business in the UK. And he effectively said, we know that you're going through a poverty crisis, we know that our Brexit is making you even poorer, but here's some racism. But first, here's the head of the CBI more or less saying, your government has been screwing up, it's making the cost of living crisis even worse, so here's what you need to do to fix it.
Our politicians make anti-growth choices every day in pursuit of other legitimate political goals. And I respect that. But when we confront stagflation and its massive impact on the cost of living, I think it's time to kick the tires on those political choices. Let me give you some examples. Immigration. Let's be honest with people. Our labor shortages are vast. We don't have enough Brits to go around for the vacancies that exist. Right now, our trade as a percentage of GDP is the lowest in the G7, because still we argue over the Northern Ireland Protocol.
Which is part of the Brexit deal.
Still we argue over sovereignty.
Basically saying that the only way to get rid of the trade barriers at the border is for the UK to follow the same rules as the EU, so stuff doesn't need to be checked.
Get round the table, do the deal, and unlock the trade and cooperation agreement. And I say to Brexiteers, the best guarantor of Brexit is an economy that grows, and its biggest risk is one that doesn't.
Basically saying that Brexit is undoing itself because people aren't going to want it if it means they can't feed their kids. So here's how Rishi Sunak responded to journalists.
You heard this morning, businesses are saying we need looser immigration rules and closer ties with our biggest market, the EU. Are you listening to them?
Well, I think the country's #1 priority right now when it comes to migration is tackling illegal migration. It's stopping people coming here illegally on small boats across the channel.
In case you hadn't been keeping score, the Office for Budget Responsibility, the Institute for Fiscal Studies, the Bank of England, and now the Confederation of British Industry are all saying that Brexit is damaging our economy, with several industries unable to function properly because they can't find the employees after we ended free movement, including the NHS. All of which is adding to the poverty crisis during what the OBR is calling our worst fall in living standards since records began, and your answer is effectively, well, if we could just tell all the asylum seekers to fuck off, everything will be fine.
Last Friday, your Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, he said he wants to see the vast majority of trade barriers with the EU removed. How are you going to change our relationship with the EU on legal immigration and on trade in order to boost growth, as so many businesses at this conference say they want to see?
I think on migration, I'd point back to what I've just said, Harry, but on trade, let me be unequivocal about this. Under my leadership, the United Kingdom will not pursue any relationship with Europe that relies on alignment with EU laws.
Again, the OBR says that the thing about Brexit that's damaging our economy and taking 4% of our GDP, i.e. £100 billion, is the non-tariff barriers, i.e. having different laws to the EU. And despite being told that this is making the cost of living crisis worse by every major economic body in the UK, from the Small Business Federation to the government's OBR, his answer is simply no.
I know that Brexit can deliver, and is already delivering, enormous benefits and opportunities for the country. Migration being an immediate one.
How can you point to migration as a positive of Brexit when so far it's led to labour shortages, which have meant that McDonald's couldn't sell milkshake, KFC and Nando's couldn't sell chicken, 40,000 pigs have been burned in the fields, it's made the NHS staffing crisis even worse, and now UK businesses are on their hands and knees begging you to fix what you broke.
When it comes to trade, it means that we can open up our country to the world's fastest growing market.
Your own government figures say that the loss in trade with the EU because of Brexit has cost us 178 times more than what we've gained via post-Brexit trade deals. The Tories spent 7 years effectively calling Remainers traitors and enemies of the people. And yet right now, while the people of the UK are suffering, the official position of the Tory party is, we know that what we're doing with Brexit is making your poverty even worse. But screw you.